Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Vobes Show with me, Richard Vobes. And very soon, the lovely Julia will be joining us for fun, thrills and frolics. Yes, fun, thrills and frolics. You have to be careful how you say that, ladies and gentlemen. On Friday, the 14th of May, 2000 and whatever it is. Yes, we're here. Now, does this not strike you as strange, ladies and gentlemen? Does it not strike you as strange that somewhere in Sussex, well, actually in Worthing, in a little house upstairs in his new little front bedroom, there is a bloke who is surrounded by lights and has a little sort of strange backdrop microphone and camera and a whole load of wires and cables and all that sort of stuff, sitting here talking to himself. Well, he's not really talking to himself, of course. There is a bunch of people across the nation, who knows where they all are, in their houses, watching in some whatever way they watch, on laptops and phones, and doing things whilst the thing is on, or sitting there completely gripped, hoping that tonight's show will be the show that's a good one for a change. Isn't it weird? I was sitting here thinking, this is a weird thing that we do 3 days of the week, Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays. It's very odd, isn't it? I'm sitting in a room all by myself. The lovely Julia is panicking at her end, trying to get her children fed, waiting for her husband to come home from work so that she can then leave the kids alone, come into the studio, well, at her laptop, and communicate with me and with you. And we have the ability that somebody might call in on 0793 4746 790 and have a little chinwag with us. And not only that, isn't it most peculiar that people have sent in videos in which they could have put them on YouTube and various other places straight away, but no, they've sent them in, and I've got a running list of them here, and we're going to play them out throughout the hour, and hopefully everybody will go away from the show thinking, well, that was quite different, if nothing else. Isn't it peculiar? I was just sitting here thinking, this is odd. This is not normal behaviour. Thank God. Who wants to be normal? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Vobes Show. We have a bunch of people out there who are all very excited and looking forward to everybody, and some lovely comments going on, which is marvellous. I just need to make sure I've got the little Julia cam on. There's a screen just here. Let me show you, ladies and gentlemen. There's a little screen here. If I point this over that direction, which I can tell you, as soon as Julia arrives, it'll light up over here, and then I'll be able to add her to the scene. It's all very clever, isn't it? It's all very, very clever. So who have we got out there? Shall we do a big roll call? Save Julia the hassle of it. And so let's scrolly to the top and find out who we've got. Already those comments are coming in. And let me tell you, and you can probably see this already, 79 people, according to my little console here, has arrived with 16 likes, which is very kind of you. Thank you very much. Let's have a look. We have the lovely Julia, who is technically here, but not actually there, if you see what I mean. Michael White is there. He's doing his police impression. Hello, hello, hello. What's going on here then? Station Master's Choice is going, hang on, is there an echo? I haven't put the echo on, no. Daniel Watkins, hello to Richard and Bernie. We also have Dougie Warbuck. Good evening to you, Dougie. Nice to see you. Josephine Souter is there saying, can't wait. Can he wait? I beg your pardon, she's suddenly gone Scottish. I can't wait for the show. I'm hoping the show will start very soon. Are you buying a toaster? It's appropriate moonlit night tonight, Mrs. Wright. You're buying a toaster? No, I'm not buying a toaster. Not from you. You are a hawker, knocked on my door. What would I be doing with a toaster? Well, you might be taking bread and turning it into toast. Yeah, I got a toaster. He's already doing it for me. I don't know what accent that was. We've also got Andy Stacey. Hello to you, Andy Stacey. Lovely to see you. And we also have Colonel Crag Ratty is out there. Headphone malfunction. Oh, dear. Little Eric playing tricks, buffering. Anyone guess? It's Bernie. What? Oh, dear. However, Kerry Baldwin is out there. Nice to see you, Kerry Baldwin. Mark's Adventures, Aop from up north. We've got a couple of videos from up north. as it happens, Mark Donny McLeod. I don't know what Mark Donny McLeod uses to encode his videos, but unfortunately, there's a few little issues with them. But don't panic, we get to see them. Anna Jones, hello to you. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Bonnie is also there, which is great to see. And who else down there? If I scroll a little bit further, Station Master's Choice is saying, if somebody ever asked me, one of the things I like best about the Vobes Show is the shine you get from the bald bloke himself. What do you mean, a shine? What are you talking about? Off the top of my head? Oh, no, sorry. It's where we desperately try and say hello to everybody and don't miss anybody out. Oh, isn't that nice? Daniel Watkins, I may have mentioned. Paul Cockrell is definitely here, as well as Linda Kane, which is lovely to see. Justine Jones, Glenn Horton, David Vad, and many others. He says, many others. He says, because he hasn't got a name in front of him that makes any sense. Tracy Murphy, G Ramps, good to see you. And many more, including the one and only Mark Burgess and Ron Langley, who is now able to actually communicate with us from wherever he happens to be. Nigel Sadler, he says, help, I'm gripped, I cannot escape. I am stuck here, can somebody help me? Help, help. Nobody can help. Jackie HW is there. Hello, Richard. Hello, everyone. Jackie and Miles. It's good to see Miles there. Smile a while, and while you smile, another smiles, and soon as Miles and Miles are smiled, and life goes wild because you smiled. Thank you, Miles. See, that was dedicated to Miles on this particular occasion. We also have H. My username is not worth reading out. Oh, H. I suppose the trouble with somebody like H is somebody like me can very easily slip into where I drop my H's. I'm going to the hotel. You going to the hotel? Yeah, I'm going to the hotel to see Herbert. Who? Herbert. He likes sniffing herbs. So poor old somebody called H. Can you imagine? H. Why is it that some letters... Here's a question for you. Why is it that some letters have a different letter when you read the letter out? So T starts with the T, S is an S letter. W is a D. W. I mean, what's that about? H. A has an A sound at the beginning. H. It's not H, as some people say. Some people will go H. It's not H. Where were you brung up? H. It's definitely not that. We'll have the grammar police out soon, or the pronunciation, or the pronunciation people, or whatever it is. We'll have them out soon. I get them all the time. People will go, oh yes, your video. I noticed that you said this. It's fairly. I make a malaproposition all the time. And I always do that. But then you see, what people don't understand is there you are in front of a camera. You've got the light, the sun is out. Right, okay, the background's nobody walking past. Okay, am I exposed? Yeah, am I in focus? Yeah, right, say it quick. And I'll say the bits that I have to say when I'm out doing my walks. And I'm hoping that I've got it about right. Yeah, that seemed about right. Right, we better get over there. Oh, look, there's a couple coming with a dog. Let's just get around and do that bit next. So I'm rushing to do that and get the camera up, cursing and swearing, especially when I'm in church. Cursing and swearing like nobody's business. I can tell you, it is terrible. It's blasphemous all over the place as I'm trying to focus. Oh, for goodness sake. Get out of the... Oh, there's some people coming now. I just have to wait for people to get past. And they look at you and you've got your camera on a tripod and they go, oh, yeah, what are you up to then? What does it look like I'm up to? I'm flying flamingos. No, I'm taking some pictures. Oh, you're taking some pictures. Do you do that for the church? No, can you just carry on walking, please? I'm trying to work here. You're interrupting me. No need to be like that. Well, I'm not being like anything, but you asked. Just imagine I'm a tombstone. I'm sure you'd walk straight past me if I was a tombstone. If you're a tombstone, I'd read you. I don't want you to read me, thank you. I'm a tombstone who's covered in lichen. It's lichen, actually. Oh, well, whatever. Go and boil your head in a bowl of acid. I'm a polite man when I'm working, I can tell you. I'm so polite. You've never seen anyone who's so polite. It's like people walking in the background of the shot. Would you just get out of my shot, for crying out loud? You have to tell them. You have to tell them. They say, sorry. Am I ruining what you're doing? Yes, you are. Yes, I'm trying to film this tree, this inanimate tree who's standing here doing nothing. He's not annoying me. He's very peaceful. He's got lovely leaves. And your dog is now weeing on the tree. Will you please stop that dog from pissing on the tree? This is a family show. No swearing, please. Oh, Colonel Crayratty says, I can feel a rant coming on. I can feel a rant. No rant here. I'm as calm as a church mouse who's got his tail stuck in the verger's cassock drawer. Imagine that. Lord Jeffrey is laughing. David Keel says, not sure. The show gets a lot of thumbs up, though. Wouldn't think it would make much difference. I don't know what the thumbs up makes a difference. Vobisms, says Bonnie. She's quite nice, isn't she, Bonnie? And he nearly said, she's quite nice, that Vobism. But quite nice. They're quite cute, really. They are the utterings of an ignoramus. Do you know, I was watching a YouTube video the other day and they were talking about somebody who said something, and he made these unusual utterances. And the host of this YouTube said, that's a bit old-fashioned. Do you know anybody who would use the word utterance? And I was watching this askance. I was thinking, yes, I would use the word utterance. It's a lovely word to use. Oh, he's just made some strange utterances. Yes, why wouldn't you use the English language? And he said, no, I don't. People don't say that sort of thing. Why don't you just make it more simple? I thought, well, you can make it more simple, but it's flat. It's painting, isn't it? You're painting by the words you use. My whatever you call it, the command of the English language is not brilliant. But it's fairly okay. I mean, Will Self, for example, I don't know if you know who Will Self is, an author, and he does a few points. The most boring voiced man in the world. But by golly, he can pull out words that you've never heard of. Well, I think there comes a point where he starts using these words that nobody else can actually understand. But there are plenty of words that we've read. We may not use them in everyday parlance. Everyday parlance, you see. There's another word that a lot of people don't use. But I use it, and you know what I mean. Most people know that sort of thing. Anyway, askance, says Linda Kane. Question. It's a word, isn't it? It's a word, askance. I'm askance. Yes, David Keel says maybe they're jealous. I think they are jealous. I'm very jealous. However, somebody who is absolutely amazing words and continually corrects me and is on my case all the time and is a very lovely, a beautiful young lady and has purple headphones on there is, of course, the lovely Julia. Shall we see if she's there? I have to put my headphones on, make sure that we can hear her. Oh, I can hear myself now. That's interesting. And say hello to the lovely Julia. Hello, lovely Julia.
Hello, lovely Richard.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You'd think with the amount of times I correct you that I have some sort of PhD in English or something.
Yes, do you not have a PhD?
No.
Oh, I just have I do the litmus test. You stick it in and see what your pH is. Oh, yes, I'm all right. I'm aquiline. I've got an aquiline nose, like the Romans. They all had aquiline noses.
Aquiline.
Is it aquiline?
Alkaline.
Is it alkaline? Aquiline? I don't know. I mean,
Point in case.
Yeah, well, you think the words, they're malleable, aren't they? I make them malleable, put it like that. They're malleable with me. They may not have the same meaning as I intend them, but they're enjoyable. So anyway, never mind.
Maybe something in translation.
Yes. So anyway, never mind all that. How the devil are you, Julie R? You're looking lovely as ever.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm not looking too bad yourself.
Thank you very much.
Your cute Vobisms.
That's it. Now listen, your head must be radiating because your lovely headphones are sort of glowing in the.
Yeah, they are glowing funny, aren't they?
Yeah, no, they're nice. I like that glowing effect. I've got to get myself a.
Kind of reminds me of the Cylons.
The what?
Never mind.
All right. It reminds me of the Cylons. What the hell are the Cylons? Is it a Doctor Who thing?
Sci-fi thing. I can't remember the name of it though.
Oh,
okay. Never mind.
Fair dues. What does he know? He knows nothing. Richard seems to be. seems to be a repository of lingual expertise, says Raymond. We do like Raymond. By the way, Raymond, I hope you don't mind me saying, because his name's Ray, or Raymond, but Raymond, he is our musical impresario, if I've said that rightly. And Raymond has his fingers on there, and he's doing a John Lennon number tonight. Can you imagine what it could be? Have you any idea? Have you any concept?
What number did you say?
What do you mean, what number?
Oh, no, I think he said he's going to do a such and such number.
Oh, he's doing a John Lennon number.
John Lennon.
Yes, that's why I said,
Yesterday?
Can you imagine what it could possibly be?
I see. I'm really slow on the uptake.
Battlestar Galactica.
That's the one.
Is that had the Klingons on the starboard bound? No. Anyway, that outside. Is hubby home?
No.
Oh, how the kids then?
Yeah, they're sitting reading at the moment. So
oh, right.
good.
What we do, because I've got this webcam, as you know, in the studio, so I can press the webcam and you can see behind the scenes and all that. What we want is a webcam in your front room so that we can have a little box, up on the corner, monitoring what the kids are doing at the same time as... they'll get more views than we would as Joe starts climbing up the furniture and swinging from the chandeliers in your ballroom, which I know you've got just, down the corridor and in the East Wing. That
second on the left.
Second, is it second on the left? There was, I
second
think.
On the left.
I only thought it was the first, the little golden throne room.
No, that's actually the deluxe playroom.
Oh, the deluxe playroom. Yes. And when the guests come, they just get the bog standard playroom.
Yes, that's only for the guests.
Yes, that's right. How terrible. So you're all right. The kids are sort of over there, and the horses are in the background, looking very nice.
Yep. I had to put Red Rum back up. Right, he'd fallen over.
Had he fallen over?
Askew.
Oh, but we can't have him askew or askance. I said askance. Now Linda Kane was straight on top of me, straight on top. To have a go. I can't remember what she said. It was Station Master's Choice says rant short of railing at nonsense twists. Yes, that's probably
nonsensical twists.
Oh, nonsensical. I can't even read. Not only can I not speak, I cannot read. I'm sorry, Bernie. I apologise. I'm on my thing. Will the Wisp, says David. Oh, no. Will the Wisp. Hello, Marge. Oh, do you remember Will the Wisp? Evil Edna. Oh. All right, Marge, mate. What was it? Was he a snail? That was. It wasn't a snail. Was he a snail?
I have no idea.
The one that went, hello, Marge. Hello, Marge, mate. All right. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I managed to get halfway through the roll call. I didn't get all the way through it. So there was a few cheese and hams that managed to escape.
Cheese and hams?
Yeah, roll call. So,
I don't know who you said and who you didn't.
No, I know. I'm so sorry. Would all the people who I didn't say hello to please stand up? Does that help?
But, by the way, Jonathan Fox says Yesterday was written by Paul McCartney, actually.
Oh, there we go. Who sang it then? Everyone talks about it as John Lennon. Was he the one that said he sang it? He's the one that got shot on his doorstep, wasn't it?
On a balcony.
Oh, on the balcony. And Leslie Judd was the one that got shot on the doorstep. Oh, no, it wasn't Leslie Judd. It was the other TV presenter. They're the one with the target on the... Anyway, no, let's not go down that road.
Versace gets shot on his doorstep.
Saatchi and Saatchi?
Versace.
Oh, Versace. I thought you meant Saatchi and Saatchi. Because they used to be Saatchi, Saatchi and Saatchi. One of them got a bit sarky. The other one got shot, so it's now Saatchi and Sarky. Isn't Sarky a
Bumtish?
A Bumtish, yes. Isn't one of them a Sasaki or something, a singer? I don't know where I've got that from.
No, I don't know either.
Yeah, so who's that? Liberace, did you say?
No, Versace.
Oh, Versace. What's Versace?
He was a fashion designer.
Oh, Versace, the fashion designer. Yeah. Lennon was shot going to the Dakota building in New York. I thought he would someone had knocked on his door or something.
Yeah.
Paul Cockrell.
I have no idea then.
Well, who was the one that Because I thought that one of them Liverpudlian people, they opened the door and someone just shot him at close range. Ringo Starr, his real name is Richard Starkey. Oh, Richard Starkey. Is he any relation to the historian? What's his name, Starkey? What is his name? Daniel Starkey?
I don't know.
No, the famous whose name now I can't bring to mind because I've. What's his name? Not Daniel Starkey. What's his name? The historian. Come on, everybody knows his name. He was cancelled recently, but he.
There's that Concord.
David Starkey. Thank you very much. There we are. David Starkey. I've just got it out of my head. You're too late. You're too slow. Fergal Sharkey. No, it wasn't Fergal Sharkey. Is he a singer? Fergal Sharkey. Fergal Sharkey. He was a singer, wasn't he? Fergal. That rings a bell. David, pronounced Sade. Oh, Sade. I thought Sade was a pop group. Wasn't Sade?
So I've just realised we have people standing to attention because they got missed off the roll call.
Oh, right. Okay, good. Do read them out.
Where have we got? Okay, who's the first one here? We have the lovely Audrey Forbes Hamilton, if I can put my T-shirt in. We have the lovely Sensible Paul. We have...
So that was me trying to be a crowd going hooray.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, sorry.
I was like, what's this creepy sound? Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, we have Lord Geoffrey Harrison. We have Joanna Jones. Who else have we got there? Someone said, can I sit down? And we have the lovely Linda Kane. Anybody else? The lovely Josephine Suter. And the lovely
I've said Suter. I don't give her another one. I've been and done Suter. I've done Suter.
I've done Suter.
I've done Suter.
Another one.
And it did suit her, I have to say. No, sorry, Josephine Suter. Josephine. Can anyone tell me whether the not tonight Josephine, not tonight Josephine, not tonight, that's a real thing? Or is that just made up for the adverts? Or was it just made up for the Burkus Way, of which there was a joke? It must be a real phrase. It must have been a thing that came around from Napoleon when he got his bones apart. Poor bugger, trying to put them all back together again with a bit of... I'm on a Vadum-tish night tonight. I can tell you. Nigel says, when I was a taxi driver... Wait a minute. Nigel Sadler, a taxi driver? I can't imagine... You could imagine getting into a taxi and going, all right, mate, yeah, how are you? Oh, I'm off to... could you take me to Swindon? Oh, Swindon, yes, that's where Thunderbirds was filmed. And, of course, I'm a member of Thunderbirds, and I've got all the Thunderbird models. I've been making Thunderbirds. Meanwhile, the clock is ticking, tick, 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 tick. This poor bugger is trying to get to, the Swindon building or whatever it is. And all of this... I said, look, I've got to catch a train. Train? Oh, I've got a railway train set up in my loft. Oh, let me tell you about my train set. It's O gauge and it's got this and it's got a little miniature thing. And sorry, anyway, I'll read the rest of his thing, having just insulted the lovely Nigel Sadler, which I didn't mean to do. He says, when I was a taxi driver, I used to drive Ringo's son, Zach, and his family around. Zach? Oh. There's a name, isn't it? Zach. Is that short for Zachary?
Usually, but not always.
No, what else could it be?
Well, sometimes it's just Zach.
Just a Zach. I wonder what he's like in the... Anyway, so Joseph sees... Oh, dear. Mark's Adventures. It was made up, Richard. It was made up. Oh, I've been made up once before. What? It was made up. The Not Tonight, Josephine. Not Tonight, Josephine. Oh, come on. Wasn't it an advert? It was an advert, wasn't it? For hair or something. If I remember, wasn't it an advert? Not tonight, Josephine. And it was a series of adverts with somebody playing Napoleon, a little small dwarf chap. Oh, sorry, a midget. Oh, no, which one can I say? A tiny person. And I know one of them's offensive and one of them isn't. Oh, we have a phone call. Saves. Let's find out who it is. Oh, here we go. And hello, caller. Welcome to the Vobes One-Eye Kenobi Show.
Sean from London.
Sean from London, hello,
Originally
Sean.
from Wales.
I usually play your podcast over breakfast.
Oh, good.
I was listening
Instead
to
of
it
milk.
this morning.
Instead of milk.
Yeah. And I was listening to it this morning, and my flatmate walked by and just said, "Are you listening to that racist again?"
Oh, really?
So when you started talking about God, she just left.
Oh, excellent. It's nice to be
it was
classed
very
as a
funny.
racist.
I thought it was very funny this morning.
Oh, I can't remember what I said this morning. Oh, I was, I read
What
out the
theory?
email. Oh, yes, I read out the email from the woman who was God-fearing. Now, I know we have people who might believe and stuff, and I don't want to upset it, but the thing that I suppose that I always feel is weird is, aren't they not God...
Crazy.
What the hell was
Sorry
that?
about
Well, are they not God-loving?
Yes, rather than fearing it.
Fearing. I mean, in this, I can understand in the Middle Ages, when people were a bit less informed about the world, and they could be in fear of a bolt of lightning coming down if they've. I mean, now instead of being God-fearing, we should be government-fearing. We fear what the government are going to do on the 21st of June. Perhaps they may lock us all up again because there's an Indian variant. Oh, yes, dear, I'm coming for you.
Oh,
What?
no,
Who
no,
said-
no.
You can't do that. That is language of misappropriation or accent.
No, but if you can do Welsh and Scottish, then why can you do some and you can't do others?
I don't know. I've tried doing udders, but the cows
I
don't
can't
like
get
it.
I can't get my head around it.
I know. Well, let's not worry about that. So, yes. So anyway, sorry, I interrupted all your flow. You rang up at breakfast. No, you didn't. You listened to the podcast that I do for those people who tuned in who have no idea what I'm talking about. It's the red one behind the black.
It's a great laugh in the morning.
It's a great laugh. Grumpy old man.
But I think you should call it Angry from Worthing.
Yes, Angry from Worthing. Hello, here's Angry from Worthing. Things that get my goat.
Well, I've had a nice bit of steak tonight, so
Oh, nice. Yes.
I'm stuck on the sofa and I can't move.
Oh, bless you. Stuck on the sofa. How about that? Sorry, have a word with Julia. I've been hogging this conversazione.
Now, I've always
That was a nice
wanted to know,
conversation.
did you paint
Sorry,
those
what?
pictures behind you?
Me, yeah.
Did you paint them yourself?
No, definitely not. They're all prints of photographs. So you got red rum over there, Concord, and then a random horse. But they were my grandmother's, and I just used them to hide the junk in my room.
Oh.
There you are.
So
You
what's
asked.
it like? So how close are you to Richard's house then? Are you quite away? Can you jog
No,
away?
no, it's only
You're just there, aren't you?
I think Julia's downstairs in the old studio.
Yes, my old studio's got more junk in it now than Julia's conservatory area.
I think what you should do is do what I did when I had to clear the house in Wales. I got a big skip and I just threw everything out.
Well, that's a good, sensible thing. But I can't put a skip. You know where I live. I can't put a skip on the road because I'll get a ticket, and you have to pay, exorbitant amounts. And I can't get a skip up my back passage, if you'll excuse the phrase. So I'm going to get a hump it and dump it man.
Someone was very intrigued
Yes,
in
but you've
that
got to be
terminology.
careful with them because they could just take it around the lane and dump
Well,
it.
they can do that, and I want to get one that is registered with the council. And I will need to see some, fake identification. And then they can
Or just make sure that your name and address.
Yeah,
doesn't
just
work.
take anything that's got nothing to do with... No, I will... Well, most of it's got Amazon written all over it, so maybe I bet they don't get asked to come and clear it up. We got a mountain of bloody Amazon cardboard here. I'll get on to them. Hello, is that Amazon? Is that Mr. Basil? Yeah, we've got a rather large stack of cardboard boxes in the middle of our rural countryside. I wonder if you could just pop over and remove them.
Well, I heard that they're bringing back the old system of taking your glass back and you get 10p.
Really?
That would be good.
Apparently, it's going to come back to London within 18 months. And they've developed it so that you can put it into this box and somehow it'll put the money onto your card.
See, all the old ideas will be coming back. Soon we'll have cathode ray tubes again, and we'll all be talking to each other down tubes. Hello, anybody there? Hello, engine room. Can you go full steam ahead? We'll be driving steam cars because they'll think that that's probably the best. I mean, steam, you don't get any pollution with steam, do you?
Well, they're bringing all the trams back.
There you go. It's all going full circle. We'll all be cavemen before the end of the
In
century.
fact, talking about trams,
Yeah.
do you know what happened to the tram you went and filmed about a year or two ago?
It blew up.
It was the Blue Bell, was it?
I can't remember now. It was number 53,
Oh, no,
I think.
Tram 52 or something, wasn't
Tram 52, your time is up.
Yeah,
Would
it
you
was
come
good to
back,
get-
please? Thank you.
It's good to get an update to see if they've gone out of the shed.
Yeah, well, they may well have done. They may have all, unfortunately, sadly, passed away due to COVID. Mustn't say that. Anyway, we must move
All the
on.
best.
Take care, Shawnee.
That's the cue to leave.
Thank you very much for calling.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That was Sean James Cameron from Cameroon. It was a very nice place, I believe. Any interesting comments before we commence with the videos? See what I did there? Very
Henry's
clever.
Adventures says scrapped.
Scrapped?
Don't know whether he knows something we don't.
What do you mean with scrapped? Scrapped?
About Brighton Tram 53.
It couldn't have been scrapped. They were doing so well with it.
Yeah, I should hope not. Hopefully that was just a joke.
Yeah.
Audie Forbes Hamilton says, I think there should be a deposit on all bottles, plastic and glass and cans to stop littering. I
Yeah.
think that's a good idea too.
I think that is a very good idea. Even if you had to pay a little bit up front, you get it back
Yeah.
at the other end. Dean
Dean
M.
M.
Cooper.
Cooper.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Says, hello Richard and Julia. I've been in the hideous tower block today on Worthing Seafront. Very posh and expensive. 1.5 million for the top floor. Ugh.
But what has he
I
been
don't know
doing
why
there?
I'm making that face. Like, ugh,
What
ugh,
have you
money.
been doing there then, Dean? Have you been delivering to them?
Probably.
Yeah. Long-term restoration, says Station Master's Choice. And Hove Cricket Club, says Bonnie H, gives you 10p if you bring the glass back to the bar. Lots of kids earn loads of cash collecting glasses. As long as they don't take mine, because I can't see without them, then I'll be in trouble. Oh, you're right. It's just me.
Yeah, I'm right.
Nice
Just
bit
cough
of
the lung
phlegm.
up, don't worry.
Nice bit of phlegm. I just like a nice bit of phlegm. Oh, sorry, are you Flemish? I beg your pardon. Clean your face up, would you? It's looking a bit green. Right, I think it's time to have a look at... we got videos and stuff, but first, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do something slightly different. Is the Lord, is the Lord of the Manor in? Have you seen him? Lord of the Manor? Is he there? Lord Geoffrey Harrison? Lord Geoffrey, hang on, I put a call out for him.
I'm on blinking mute again.
Lord Geoffrey Harrison.
And I'll answer you for the 6th time.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, he is.
Geoffrey
Thank
Harrison
you.
is-
You answer me for the 6th time. That's the first time I've heard you.
I know.
Yes.
The stupid somebody had left it on mute.
Yes, so they come in, those little invisible midgets, dwarfs. Dwarfs. Yes, dwarfs. That's right. Yeah, that's a word, isn't it? So Lord Geoffrey Harrison has sent in, rather magnanimously, a picture. And he wants to know if we can guess what the tree is. And so it's a tree. And I'm going to show you a picture of it. We've got 3 pictures. So can you tell us what tree, what variety of tree is this magnificent monster? It's lovely. It looks autumnal in that there. That can't be its current
Looks
colours.
like-
But it's... Now, I can...
are those groupings of leaves, or are they? Oh, it looks like a maple of some sort.
I was going to say, it's a maple, isn't it? Of some description, but what is it? It looks a stumpy little thing for a maple, but look at the incredible headroom it's got. Is it some form of oriental thing? I've got another picture here to have a look at.
Viewers reckon it's a Japanese maple.
I said oriental, didn't I? Look, there we are. Oh, that's Harrison Rise. Sorry, that's his beach hut. Yeah, I reckon there's one more picture here. There we are, look.
I am a daughter maple.
Gorgeous. It is gorgeous.
Lovely maple, all the way from Nepal.
Oh, Nepal maple.
Doing it again.
No, maple from Nepal.
No, that was the tree speaking. That's not me doing it. That's definitely... you can't see my lips move, can you?
No, it was not you. I am maple from Nepal.
and as long as it's not a nipple, a maple from Nepal. So that's what it is.
We have several different answers.
Yeah.
Acer maple, liquid gold Acer, Japanese maple, a large bonsai.
A large bonsai, yeah, it's a bit of a big bonsai. So Lord Geoffrey.
Oh, sugar maple.
Sugar maple.
Sugar maple, sugar maple,
Oh, sugar maple, my sugar maple, you are my tree in the garden, and I won't climb you today. I wish I was a rock star.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, no, I did. Lord Geoffrey says, we just don't know what it's called. Oh, you don't know? Oh, I thought it was a test. I thought you were going to come back and go, well, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what it is. It's whatever it was. So Sean's allotment says, sugar maple is what you grow if you want to milk it. What do you mean
Yeah,
if you want to milk it? How would you...
As in for maple syrup, I presume.
Oh, I see. Oh.
Yes.
Richard has been at the Smarties again. If only. I have no Smarties in the house, actually, as it happens.
Albion 88 Ray says, not Japanese maple, their leaves are smaller and more delicate.
Oh, I see. Worplesdon Liquid Gold Acer, developed in Surrey. Worplesdon Liquid Gold Acer. Acer is a type of computer, isn't it? Or a make of computer screens, if I remember rightly.
It is that as well.
Yeah, it is. But it is actually Acer is a name, is one of the Latin or whatever is names of the trees, isn't it? Acer,
Yeah.
an ectotentorium. That's what it is. It's an Acer ectotentorium. Put that in your pipe, smoke it for Christmas.
No, you're right.
I'll post post pictures of this tree on FB. It's liquid gold Acer.
Right.
Liquid gold. Yeah, good. Okay, marvellous. Robert Croser's there. We didn't see Croser. He sneaked in at the back. I hope he's got his tickets. Just make sure. I doubt after this morning's rant it would be communion wafers. No, it wouldn't be communion wafers. I don't know what he's on about. Anyway, enough of that. Now, shall we start tonight's videos with a song?
Yes, I think we should.
I think this is a Beatles song, and the Beatles in question are only about an inch long, and they go around in a little petri dish. They've all got little instruments, and they're all ever so clever. But unfortunately, I put my coffee cup on them. Oh, by the way, a bit of advertising here for the
Veg Growers Podcast.
Yeah, that's what it's called. The Veg Growers Podcast. That's the wrong side. I wanted to show that one. There we are for the Bald Explorer. But Veggie, is Vegemite out there tonight? He's not out there.
I haven't seen him out there.
No, he doesn't watch the show anymore. He's given up on us. I don't understand it, but never mind. Right, we are going to go into the... We love him dearly, though. We love him dearly. We're going to... Hello.
Hello.
Nice to see you
Hello.
there. little spot there. Oh, I went the wrong way, didn't I? I've got to go that
Yeah,
way.
you did.
Yeah,
This is very confusing.
I know, we didn't rehearse any of this. Right, so we're going in the video box, and this is Raymond, of course, with those wonderful fingers of his and the keyboard from heaven. And he is going to be playing this rather... It's called Imagine 2. I don't know why it's called 2. It may be the second version he filmed, because, you know, he gets very annoyed when he goes wrong. And apparently, Mrs. Raymond got in touch and said, yeah, when he's got it and he's recorded it for the 15th time and it goes wrong, he's a bit like, who's that bloke that used to play the guitar and at the end smash it over the bloke next to him and then smash up the Marshall preamps and blow up the theatre he was in and then start machine gunning the audience. Who was that now? It was, you know, these people who break up their instruments and then electrocute themselves the next day. Apparently he gets that angry. He's absolutely... And then my name is Mud, apparently, and he storms up and down the garden, chopping the trees down, bending the flagpole over, saying, that Vobes, if only I never got involved with any of this, doing this music's doing my head in every time they're demanding this new track of music. I cannot cope. Poor old Raymond. Anyway.
Don't listen to it then.
Yeah, shall we listen?
Yeah, please.
Glad you suggested that.
Good evening. Tonight I'm going to try and play one of my favourite ballads, really, from one of our great musicians from this country, from John Lennon. I hope you like this one.
Well, I've never heard that one before. That's quite a nice little tune. That would catch on. Yeah, how lovely is that? There we are. That was, imagine all the people not tuning into the Vobes Show. They probably got something better to do with their time, and who could blame them? That was pretty good, wasn't it?
That was more than pretty good.
What's that? Oh, that's the boys banging on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like having the what is it? The zombie apocalypse coming, and they're all banging.
Brains.
Yeah. And you have to deal with that every day, don't you? Those zombie children of yours.
Ain't I lucky?
Yeah, you're very lucky. I'm glad I got a shot of mine. Or did I just shoot them? I can't remember. That's so long ago.
That's not a funny joke.
No, it's not a funny joke. It's not true. You understand? It is actually.
Of course, that's why I said joke.
Yeah. Okay. Fair dues. So well done, Raymond. That's all very good. Thank you very much.
Thoroughly lovely.
If anybody's got any requests, of course, Raymond likes to tear up the garden, as you heard earlier. So give him something complicated to do. and I'm sure he will oblige. Don't say Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, although I would like to see a little bit of Beethoven's Fifth. That could be quite good. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
There's a lot of bombs there.
Can you imagine? Never mind him pulling off his ear. Was he the one who pulled off his ear, or did he go blind? One of them went like that. And it's surely his mum, you know. Because presumably Beethoven, when he was a kid, he must have had like a drum kit or something. And his mum was going, "Will you shut up?" And he's out there doing a bit of, you know, what would Beethoven have listened to back in the day with his little drum kit?
Never mind a one-man band. We've got a one-man orchestra right
Yeah.
there.
It would be great, wouldn't it? And then his mates come round, you know, there'll be the funny Brahms, old Brahms coming on with his bras, he was a bra salesman, wasn't he, Brahms, if I remember rightly, and he would be going, no, you want a bit of Vivaldi going on there with the old Four Seasons, not that Brahms did the Four Seasons, I know Vivaldi did it. Or a bit of the old Brandenburg concertos. Bach's Brandenburg concertos was very nice. And somebody somewhere thought, there's a tune in that somewhere. And then they came out with, "Ooh, let the dogs out," etc., etc. There we are. Suddenly Julia knows what we're talking about.
Well, I knew what you were talking about before, but that's the first time I was compelled to join in.
Compelled. You will join in. You will join in. So loves it, Julia. You will. Is it time for the ukulele or the mandolin?
Well, the ukulele's sitting over there.
I think it's time.
Is it?
There's those fingers.
Those fingers.
Those fingers were meant for playing on the mandolin, the ukulele. Ukulele. You could daily play that, couldn't you?
Daily play.
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What colour is it again? Pink. If I remember, it's a pink one, isn't it?
Whatever colour this
Oh,
colour
there we
is.
are, blue. Now it's the wrong way round, I believe. You have to have it the other way round, under the chin, don't you? With a little.
When I'm cleaning windows.
Oh, there we go, ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Julia cleaning windows.
Yeah, that's about it. Honestly, I've tried that one. Oh my gosh, it's so complicated.
Is it?
The chords that you have to try and manipulate your hands around, and
he makes
not
it...
only that, only he can ever do that strum that he does.
Yeah, but that's from beating his wife.
Oh, really?
Apparently he was a bit of a wife beater. Was old turned out nice again. What's his name? I've forgotten his name now. It's gone from me. What's his name?
I know what his name is.
Not Steve
It's not coming out of my
Ovett.
mouth,
What's his name? John. Ernest. No. David.
Are we talking when I'm cleaning windows?
Yes, you know what his name is. It's turned out nice.
George Forbes.
George Formby.
No. Formby, that's it.
George Formby from the
I
trains.
had to partially type it out.
Yeah, there we go. George Formby. Thank you, Station Master's Choices.
it's there.
I know what his name was. When I'm cleaning windows. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, never mind all that nonsense. Yes, everybody's doing George Formby. We know. Oh dear. Right. I think we better play.
I'd love to be able to play that. I really would, because it's a great song.
It is.
I just about get my little brain around the lyrics. There is a lot of them.
There's a lot of them.
Funny though. But no, I can't play that.
Oh, right. Robert Croser says, no, his wife Beryl hit him a lot. That's not what I heard. I understood that he was a wife beater, that he used to beat up his wife. Hence this nervous, random... Anyway, at least he could please himself. Family show. Thank you. His Wereth was the bossy one, not him, says Alan Williams. Oh, right. So it's funny how, over time they twist it round. 1 minute he's a wife beater. The next thing it's, oh no, he's not a wife beater. Next it'll be the children. They used to beat them parents up. Yeah, you give us that. I expect the child of George Formby was probably the musician that was trying to remember who was the one who smashed his guitar up. Probably started training with the ukulele, going, Dad, I don't like that tune. Give me that bloody thing. Not Norman Wisdom.
Several rock stars were known to do that. I don't know who the first was. We've had this conversation before, and I'm sure it was Robert Croser who answered that. Colonel Cragratty says, did Beethoven do a first, second, third, and fourth symphony as well?
Yes, they did, didn't they? Well, he did. I'm sure there's the third. There's the pastoral one, which is, I think, the third symphony, the pastoral, which is, I think Roundtree's had something to do with it, didn't they? Roundtree's pastoral. Never mind, Roundtree's pastorals. Sorry. I was trying to make a gag out of that. I can't remember what the fourth one was. When she died of cancer, she married his secretary. It's a bit morbid, isn't it? Formby's wife was the manager, I believe. Here we are. Lord Jeffrey says the music industry used to hate him during the Second World War. He wanted to give the royalties back to the people. Oh, so he was at Cornish pastoral. There we are. There's no... It's Mousel, Richard. It's Mouse. What's in this pastoral? It's Mousel, Richard. Oh, it's a mouse. Oh, it's a mouse hole. Oh, I don't want to eat that. Get shot of that. Is that true? All right. Well, I can like him again then. I can like it. Isn't it funny? It's like that's almost like saying that. Can you see what it is yet? Was a nice bloke. If old Rolf, turns out Rolf Harris didn't molest those children, didn't have arms like an octopus. No, it was his brother. Octi. And it's like you get all this stuff. And who was the one who flew you on the moon? Jonathan thing, that they're all going up to the moon. Not Jonathan Swift. Who said that? Stop it. Jonathan King. He's another one that ended up in Clink, didn't he? But some of his music was quite jolly. They're all going up to the how do they eat on the moon or whatever it was. Rolf used to live around the corner from me, says Sean's allotment. Oh, watch Sean. He's probably picked up a few dodgy things. Anyway, we better go and play another video, hadn't we? And you're muted. And you're going to go and slap your children. So that's all good. So let's see what's in the old video box. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go straight. Now, this is Mark Donny MacLeod. You may remember last time he was making and cooking with pasta. Well, did you hear that?
No.
So that was a Windows alert saying this show is ridiculously stupid. Please continue. Mark Donny MacLeod, as you remember, up north in Lancashire, the home of Whistle Down the Wind. He's not Jesus, he's just a fella. If you remember last week, or earlier this week, he was cooking pasta and he told us this amazing way of cooking pasta in the pot. He said, when you're waiting for it to boil, if you remember rightly, he said, shove it in the microwave. No, he said, stick the lid on and turn the heat off. And I thought, well, I kind of do that when it's in the packet. The heat's not on and the lid is on. It's still just dried pasta. Anyway, never mind that. He's now going to show us how to the sauce he uses, which is very interesting. So, saucy. But what I should tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is I don't know what he's been encoding, what resolutions he's encoded in. So in order to get them on the system here, I've had to put them at 1280 by 720. I think he did it something like 1920 by 720. So it's like half of 1080p HD resolution down to 720. So he's kind of got the... Anyway, it came out a bit weird. So he's slightly... I think elongated, bless him. But anyway, let's enjoy Mark Donny. It's about 6 minutes, so plenty of time, Julia, to whack the kids. We'll be back after this.
Oh yeah. Well, it's one of those days, isn't it? You get busy, things happen. You get into other things, don't you? That pot's on that I started last time. It's here. Come and have a look. Got a bit way over here a bit. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh, God. Now, while that's doing that, I'll make myself some coffee. Been a long day. A long day. So what am I going to do with that? But I will soon come up to the bar and turn it down. All those ingredients mixing together. Maybe add some more. Yeah, maybe add some more something. What am I going to talk about? Oh yeah. Yeah. It's very nice out today. Very nice. Just on the way on, I was watching a video on YouTube about a Russian Japanese missus who make a, well, from Russia, but I think he's Danish. A couple in Russia who make like a tea, a Thai and out of fire weed. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Russian survival, check it out. Anyway, this is the Vobes Show. Right? Now, one of the things I know Richard likes to do is like doing different walks and stuff. I'm going to send him some pictures from a book I've got. Yeah, really good. Walks all the way around the area, excellent stuff, really good. That's it for the minute. Yeah, ain't quite a veg, is it? Because it has the bacon in it. Oh, it's getting there. And the lentils give it that certain thing. They'll have a thickness. Carrots, tomatoes and onions make a nice sauce. The herbs give it that classic Italian flavour. And a good blitzing makes it all nice and smooth and proper sauce should be. So, what have we got? Missing garlic. Well, as I missed out on getting some garlic on my walk the other day, you'll see that in a different video. I do have some garlic powder. This is proper strong stuff, so you don't need a lot. One nice heaped teaspoonful, that big, is enough for that pan. But I like it. I like a lot of garlic. There's 2 in there. So just mix that in. Is it bubbling up there, boiling away? Oh, and I'm just going to turn down the gas a little bit. I want that yeah, well now it's all mixing nicely. I'm going to turn it down, don't need to burst. Yeah, bubble, it's just a blip, not blip. Not a full time full on magic stuff. So it should be good. this time of year, a lot of our Asian brethren will be heading to the mosque today. It's Eid, so the end of Ramadan. Needs to eat and to say to all those that may be watching from the Muslim community, Eid Mubarak, Barakah. So yeah, it's good. So what I'm wanting for this sauce to do is what it's doing now. It's not a bit of you just blip along there, and now I might stick a slice of a corner of bread in there, have a little taste, see what the flavour's like. I might have to add something to take, because you can't take anything away. Oh no, you can't. Once it's started, it's on, so you have to do it. But that's how I make the sauce. So, back to Richard.
What? First of all, did anybody actually understand a word he said? And secondly, you never showed us what went in the sauce. In the first video, you showed us this tip about the pasta, and that was grand, and I appreciate that. Special little trick, put the lid on and all that. Then I thought we were going to learn how you make your sauce. We got a glimpse of the saucepan bubbling away with this suspicious powder that you shoved in there, which you told us is garlic, but who knows what it is, and no idea. It's absolutely 6 minutes of my life listening to waffling. I mean, it's like watching the Vobes Show. Absolutely no use whatsoever. But we value your contribution, Mark, on him. The slimmed down version. Did you notice that? Oh, we're so generous on this show. It was lovely to see it. It lost me 3 minutes, says Robert Croser. There we go. I've got time for regrets. I've not got time for it. Life is too short, says the wise owl. Oh, that's a good one. Anyway, so that was that is as enigmatic a video as you've ever shown. I know. Don't worry. Is there a part 3? Well, I have another. We have Mark Donny McLeod. I think this could be an ongoing series, ladies and gentlemen. We have Mark Donny McLeod out and about in a very short burst in a moment, ladies and gentlemen, in a very short moment. The lovely Julia is she's just dealing with the kids. I think she is wrapping them up in bandages and dangling them from the ceiling, which I think is a very sensible idea. You can give us a call on 0793 4746 790. It is 9 o'clock, just after, if you want to have a chat with me in the studio. You can also have a chat with Julia when she gets back, but a brief chat would be great. Colonel Cragratty says, brilliant video. So there we are. Can we have more incoherence on the show? That's what we like. More incoherence, whispering with MDF. No, MD, Mark Donny McLeod. You know what I'm trying to say. Which is brilliant. Meanwhile, we have another quiz, but I want Julia to be here when the quiz is on. This is a quiz from the lovely Bonnie. But Mark Burgess has sent in some pictures. He's been ducking about, as he says. He's got these lovely pictures. He sends an email and he says, hi, Mr. Vobes, just a quick submission for your possible showing. Some recent repeat visitors have been doggedly trying to get them on camera. So here are some samples of lovely ducks. Hello, ducky. Let's have a little look. Here we go. Now, we want plenty of R factor out there. Aren't they lovely? There's a couple of ducks. That's a mallard and drake, I imagine it is. And there they are again, crossing the boundary. And a couple more here. One's just decided to say, I'm not going any further, I'm not going any further. These look like Polaroids. You remember the old Polaroids when you could write down, like hemorrhoids, only on paper. And there they go again. Look at that. They have that sort of 1970s look about it, actually, when you look at them. And here, that one slightly overexposed, but don't let it worry you, because the mallard duck is I don't know what he's upset about, but he's flapping his wings in a wing flapping mode. So there you go. How about that? Thank you very much, Mark. If anybody wants to send us some random pictures in, you're very welcome. We do our best to accommodate all types of people. because we're like that. Now, let's just have a little look at the lovely Julia and see what is going on there. Actually, if we go to the special Julia cam, she's not there, look. Not there at all. Nobody around. Which is a bit of a shame. Not to worry. Let's see how it's going. Wise Owl says, after a trauma, and my son got in touch with Richard Vobes, and he said hello to me, and that's made a big difference to my life. What? And after a trauma, hang on, Wise Owl, I count my blessings, Andrew. Hang on, I've got to find. I have not got time for regrets. Life's too short. And after a trauma, and my son got in touch with me, with Richard Vobes, and he said hello to me, and that made a big difference to my life. That was about 5 years ago, and I've been watching him ever since. That's a very nice thing to say. I can't imagine for a moment that I just looked up. There's a light there. I just looked straight into the light. Oh my God, I went blind. I can't imagine that I've made the slightest difference to anybody's life. I sit here in my house doing this nonsense. But that's very kind. So yeah, glued to the lawn. Yes, I think they were glued to the lawn. Bonnie Edge says, wifey only allowed to walk behind. Poor wifey. Jackie HQ says, Miles says, ducks are great in your garden until they start pooing. Can they be worse than dogs? Yeah, I mean, you know, it's nothing. Well, of course, I was going to say there's nothing worse than standing in dog poo, but then you think of Auschwitz and you realise that there is something worse. But I haven't stepped in Auschwitz. Woody Jenny says, thank goodness and gratitude to positive vibes to open up to. They are indeed. Michael White says, for a minute later, thought that was Prince Anne on Julia's camera. Yes, I think I told you I did a bit of mime in front of Prince Anne a while ago, didn't I? Wise Owl says, that's the first time I've laughed after the trauma, so it made a difference to my life. Oh, I'm so thrilled. I'm so thrilled. Well, that's very nice. Thank you very much. Mark Burgess says, they are giving me the cold shoulder today, not seen them. Well, now, of course, they've appeared on the Vobes Show, they will, I'm afraid, they will snub you. They will probably only show up at Harry and Meghan's place now because they will think themselves of a certain status. And no doubt they'll be talking of their relations, you know, Mother Duck and Father Duck. Oh, whack, whack, Father Duck has cut me off. Yeah, there's trauma. It's like, whack, whack. It was like being whack, whack on the Truman Show. Whack, whack, whack. When really, whack, whack, I wanted to be in Batman, whack, whack, with the penguin, whack, whack. It's probably what was going on. Robert Croser says, that's odd. My son looks at this and says, Dr. Evil from Austin Powers. That's very nice. Dr. Evil. Yeah, the Austin Powers, they were good films. I wish they'd made more of those. But they always stop, don't they? They always stop when something's good. Jackie HW says, Richard, you met Sky in the car. She's beautiful and as fussy as I am. I don't mind picking up her poo as long as the bad doesn't have a hole in it. That's actually what you said. What do you mean it doesn't have a... As long as the bad doesn't have a hole in it? Oh, the bag. The bag. Sorry, sometimes one's got to be a detective on this. Yes, I did meet... It was a lovely dog. Lovely dog. And I forgot it was called Sky. Yes, bag. Yes, I know. I got it. I got there in the end. Sometimes, I'm just thinking I'm obviously not reading it properly. And then of course... Yes, bag, Jackie. Yes, I've got it. I have got it. Everyone's shouting, yes, bag, Richard, bag, you stupid sod, it's bag. You don't understand the tension I'm under, the stress and strain of it all. I keep looking over there to see if the lovely Julia's back to help me out with the show. No sod is ringing me at 0793475. I mean, one can go mad, in a live show with nothing happening and dead air and people sort of looking at you and the men and women in the gallery. Of course, I say men and women. Of course, you've got to be careful because. Good heavens. Good job I didn't say good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Otherwise, of course, we would be cancelled. Somebody of non-binary description would be getting in touch with this show and saying, we can't possibly have language like this. And I would have to keel down and go, oh, I'm ever so sorry. We're not allowed. Here we are. I told you, we've got a phone call now from some non-binary person. Yeah, hang on. I have to put my headphones on. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. I expect you're complaining that I said boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen and men and women, aren't you? Hello, by the way.
Good evening.
Oh, good evening. Is that Pete Townsend? I mean, Mr. Colonel Cragratty.
It certainly is, sir.
Ah, it's lovely to hear.
I
Lovely.
thought I'd phone you up. I thought I'd phone you up before you exploded.
Yes, we don't want blood guts and bad varicose veins all over the screen, do we?
While the lovely Julia's otherwise detained, I thought somebody had better phone you up to calm you down.
Well, funny enough, Julia's just dropped back in, like in a Thunderbirds movie. She just sort of came in off a special shoot and landed back in.
That would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be?
Hello.
Hello.
How's your
you?
doodle? Yeah, I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I just spent I spent all afternoon on a climbing wall today, so I'm feeling slightly fragile.
You must be as fit as a
Sore.
fiddle now.
Well, I'm getting there. We're going away to Dartmoor next weekend, so I thought I'd better get some hours in to try and get my climbing up to scratch.
Oh, is it like flying? You've got to get your hours in.
Well, if you don't do it, you start losing the ability to hang on. So
Yeah.
practice makes perfect.
And of course, it's all those different muscles all over the over
Yes.
your body. That I mean,
That's
I've
right.
noticed.
I mean-
Here's a question for you. I imagine climbing is very good for the underside of your leg.
Underside of your leg.
You know where you've got your bum, and then at the back. Obviously, your bum is at the back. You've got your bum, and then underneath the bum, just before you get to the knee, in that I don't know what those muscles are called, but
Oh,
they're
your thigh.
no, not
thigh
your,
muscles.
no, not your thigh. Behind.
You mean hamstrings?
Yeah, no, not the ham. No, I'll have to stand up and show
The
you.
back of the leg.
Yeah, the back of the leg. Look, there's my bum, right? And just, I mean, I know you can't see this, but just to here, these muscles.
Yeah.
When you know, right under, just at the bottom of your bum. That
Yeah.
as you get older, if you're not using them, they start to get flabby. It's like
Oh, right.
it's like the ones on your triceps. They all get flabby
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. Well, yeah,
Glutes. Apparently, they're called the glutes.
Yeah.
Gluteus
Oh,
maximus
right,
is your
yeah.
butt.
Well, all of my
What's under
muscles are
that, the
getting flabby,
hamstring?
but I'm trying my best to keep in one piece.
Yeah, but I imagine climbing, you're using so many different muscles. But I've noticed
Yes.
just walking is not the same as when I used to do my unicycling and ball balancing, because I was using all sorts of different muscles. And I've noticed now that certain muscles are not getting used. So I'm doing lunges to try and build them up again. Because what I don't want is that one of those, these elderly floppy bodies that just have skin hanging off it in a horrible sort of way.
Yes, I mean, the fact that we had nearly a year with no climbing, so, yes, it did make a difference. I did notice when I got back into it, I was not as fit, and hands and arms and everything else, it takes a while to get your stamina back up, but get in there.
Well, it's, I mean, yes, it's just the tone, isn't it? It's just trying to keep everything all toned as you get a bit older and you get set in your ways.
And also, it's partly head games as well. I mean, I was down there for a couple of hours this afternoon trying to pluck up the courage to do some lead climbing, where you climb up and take the rope with you and clip in, rather than being on a rope hanging from the top. So obviously, it's a little bit more risky. If you come off, you're going to fall further. And it took me a couple of hours to get my head right to do some lead climbing. But I've done some today, so it should be okay for Dartmoor.
Well, I wish you well in Dartmoor. It sounds like how long are you going for?
3 days.
3 days, and climbing up the Tors as well, like you did before.
Yes, on the tours at Sheep's Tor, and there's also there's a river valley near Plymouth and you've got a rock face called Dewar Stone, and it's about 300 foot high.
Oh my goodness!
So there's quite a few routes on that. So
I bet there is.
We'll be
Scary.
busy.
I guess as you climb up, you can pull the roots off and throw them away, so that it's nice and clean. Oh, everyone a gem. None of them funny. I don't know why I bother. Well, good luck. We're going to play your video, Pete.
Yes. Okay.
Colonel Colonel Craig Ratty. We're going to put.
Craig Ratty.
Yeah, so just intro us into this, because this is the Swannery I've got here at Abbottsbury in Dorset. What is the Swannery?
It's near Chesil Beach, and where you've got the water behind Chisel Beach, there's an area of land that I think used to be owned by monks many years ago. There was an abbey there, and for a long time, a lot of swans have just lived there because the people look after them there, the volunteers, and it's a place you can go down. I've never been, but you can go down there and you see all these swans with their young swan. What's a little swan called?
Julia knows. What's a baby swan?
Baby swan, swanette.
Signet.
Signet.
Signet, yeah.
Like the ring.
And and
You
we
put a
went
baby
down there.
swan on your
you'll
finger.
you'll see in the slideshow that you can get right up to them. I mean, we were walking along and they got their nests all built on the path and everything, and it's really nice. Yeah, it's a really nice place to go.
We will watch your slideshow. Thank you very much for introing it and telling us a bit about it, and for calling in and saving me from a moment when I was alone, like a...
Have you ever thought of fitting a seat belt to your seat to stop you jumping around so much?
Oh yeah, is it noticeable? Bloody
Very
cheap.
entertaining.
Yeah, you take care. nice to talk to you.
Richard.
There we are.
Bye.
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 There we are. That's Pete Telling, otherwise known as, if I tell you, Colonel Cragratty. And with that, we're going to go and have a look. He's put together a slideshow of his trip to the swannery at Abbottsbury. He said there was a monastery or something, didn't he? In Dorset, well, they're a bit like that. So, shall we watch that then, lovely Julia?
I think we shall.
Here we go then.
Hey.
Well, that looked like a lovely, wonderful place to go and have a little shufti and all those wonderful swans, which was lovely to see. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Colonel.
Really pretty.
Yeah, really pretty. Interesting, though, that Station Master's Choice says, I don't go anywhere near there. I've got a phobia about birds.
Ooh,
And he doesn't like garlic either, so he can't have garlic on his chicken. It's a bit of a shame. I don't know whether you have garlic with chicken. Can you have garlic with chicken? I suppose you can have garlic
Why
with
not?
chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, exactly. That's what I was just going to say. Why not? Yeah. Why not?
Why not? Yeah. Yeah. Why not?
Why
Yeah.
not?
Mushy geezer.
Roasty geezer.
Mushy geezer.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said roasty geezer. Now,
And a roasty mushy geezer.
roasty musty geezer. Now I'm going to ask you this question. Are you up for a flower quiz, lovely Julia?
Yes, let's get this on.
Cause guess who has sent one in?
The Pope.
Bonnie. Bonnie. That's it. Bonnie. So Bonnie and Clyde has sent this in, and we again. I don't think I've got the answers. Oh yes, I have got the answers, but I'm not going to tell you, obviously.
Only Smarty's got the answers.
Smarties, only Smarties. Well, these are a bit like Smarties because there's lots of lovely colours in them. So well done, Bonnie, for taking photographs of them. So here we go. Here is a round of applause. Here is, if I can find the cursor on the screen, here is the first one. There we are. Now, any idea what that is?
Nope.
No.
Looks a bit like a daisy,
It looks a bit like a daisy,
but I can see it is not.
it is no. Chicken and garlic is great, says Brainwatch Chris. Brainwashed.
chicken
not
Kievs.
Brainwatch. I kept saying brainwatched the other day. Stitchwort says Kerry Baldwin. White Campion says Audrey Forbes. Stitchwort says Andrew Norris. And I think
I wonder if Stitchwort and White Campion, are they the same thing with just different names?
No, I think they are two totally different things. And I'm just having a look at the answer. Yes, it is Stitchwort. Stitchwort. Right, I know what the next one is, so I needn't say it out loud. But here is the next one. Can anyone tell me what that is?
It's pretty.
It is pretty. It's a sort of lilac colour with a sort of lime greeny bit in the middle next to what looks like a wire fence. Now, I think that they grow away from wire fences. I don't think they need to be near iron particularly, but it may be the iron that attracted them or that made their petals a little more flat.
Cuckoo flower.
A cuckoo flower. It's not a cuckoo flower.
Cranesbill?
I don't think it's
Large
cranesbill.
daisy.
Spain's answer to fish and chips is, I don't even want to try and...
Asadero,
Oh, right, they are. Well done.
maybe.
Chance Purse, says Dave Ivad. I don't know what... not even purse. Puce. Is it Chance Puce? Ladies Smock. Orchid. Anybody... Any more on that? I can tell you I have to go off the picture to go and look at the answer because otherwise you'll see the answer. The answer is milkmaid. Milkmaid, cuckoo flower, or lady's smock, says Linda Kane. So Linda Kane is absolutely right. Right, number 3. Okay, I've got that. Can you guess? There's 2 in this one. 2 for the price of 1. Here it comes. Any idea? I just read it. I can't remember what it was now. Look at it, and oh yeah,
Gorgeous colours. I love the yellow against the purple.
Bonnie says it got 3 names, but the milkmaid is the one, and the milkman is something else.
It's not a wild pansy, is it? The purple one.
It's well, I think it's more like what the colour is really.
I don't know what you mean.
Well,
What is it?
what colour is it?
Indigo. Purple.
Or
Violet.
there we are. It's a violet.
Oh, are they
apparently.
violets?
They're violets, and the other one next to it, the yellow one, is a yellow. So it's a violet. No, it's a celandine or calandine. Celandine, is it? How do you celand?
I don't know how you pronounce that.
I don't know how you pronounce that. Celandine. Self-raising flower. Could be taken on holiday. Right, okay. What was that? Number 3, wasn't it? So we're going into, we've got 3 more to go. Hang on. There's no point in me doing that. I need to see which one it is. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, this one is easy. Oh, It's all right. It's only easy when you know the answer. Here we go. What is this?
It's another pretty flower.
It's another pretty flower. I was in a TV series of the same name with Peter
It's
Davison.
a pink cowslip.
I think you'll find it's campion.
Of course it is.
Of course it is. I think you'll find that was campion. And right, oh okay. This one is very easy. This one is, you'll get this one.
Daisy.
Yay, daisies.
Finally, I got one.
There we go. Oh, there's another name for them apparently.
I don't know what that is.
No, I don't know what it is. I did read it. It did come up. Hang on, I just have to take it off the screen and have a look. Or bellis, Bellis. And finally on the old thingamajig is this one.
Oh, that's an intriguing one.
Yeah, Linda Kane's got bellis. She's got bellis. Andrew Norris says it's an oxeye daisy, but I don't think it's oxeye. I don't think it's big enough for the oxeye daisy. But I think it's part of the daisy family anyway. This one is wild J hiccup. No, wild pansy. Linda Kane's got
That's
it
a
right.
wild pansy.
That's a wild pansy. Yeah, with a blackberry on the back.
It looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, don't know what the blackberry's doing on there, but anyway, thank you very much. That's Bonnie and her wonderful flower quiz. She will no doubt be out with her picture, taking some more. And if not, we want to know why not, because we enjoy teasing and testing ourselves to the limit on that. So that's all good. What do we got here? Little Sky watching Colonel Cragratty's swan video on tonight's show. Little Sky is Jackie's dog. And they're watching the show. Let's have a quick look at that's just come in by email. There we are. Look, there is Little Sky and a pink thing on the floor. A bit of a worry, that one. And that is a bit of the video from Colonel Cragratty. Thank you very much, Jackie, for sending that in. I love it when people send those pictures. We're watching you. We know what you're doing. We're coming to get you. We're going to beat you up. What? Bonnie says she's collected some great pictures today, so that's lovely. Thank you very much for that. Right, we've got two more videos. Bernie is out on the marsh, and it's the last one, and then MDF is something else. Is a very quick thing. So we've probably just got time to whack these through.
Whack them through.
Whack them through, like whack-a-mole, which I think, isn't whack-a-mole a paste, isn't it? Whack-a-mole?
No, that's guacamole.
Oh, guacamole.
Whack-a-mole's what you get down the arcades.
Oh, yes. You can get a cream for it, though, can't you, to get a shot of it? You know, it's like when you go down the arcades. I think the doctors always see patients who've been down there. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
No, neither do I. So, Bernie, he says, forgive me, this is a little bit longer than his normal, but don't worry, Bernie. Don't worry. We like your videos. They're lovely.
We'll let you off.
Yeah, so it's no problem. He's such a polite fellow. We like Bernie very much. He is a star of the show. By the way, if you do send me stuff on WeTransfer, I tend not to answer the email. Don't get worried if you send something in on WeTransfer for me to think, and you've put a little email, you know, there's a box where you can make a message to the... I just tend not to answer them because I'm lazy. No, it's because it's like, well, you can't answer back through the WeTransfer system. But it's just like if you sent it on WeTransfer, you'll get notified when I download it, which is usually about half an hour before.
Yes, we do.
Before the show, and you go, oh, he has got it then, even though you sent it like 6 days ago or 3 years ago, whatever it is. All right, time to go back onto the Pevensy marshes. This is the last one from the Pevensy marshes, so stand by to enjoy.
Well, I'm here in the car park at the very popular Star Inn, looking at a very interesting old tree here. I wonder what kind of story that could tell. But I mentioned how Wallace Haven, when it got towards the sea here, over the years as the other land silted up and was drained, the main waterway has been divided into lots of different drainage ditches and what have you, and they're all controlled by sluices. This is why this road that we're on at the moment is called Sluice Lane, and they supposedly control the levels of water in the marshes so they don't either dry out or flood too much. This bridge here, believe it or not, I once got a 36-foot single-decker bus across it coming in the opposite direction, and everybody said you can't do it, and I don't know how I did it, but I managed it with about an inch to spare at both the front and the back. This road begins to get busy now, but we'll still take a little walk along it. But I haven't actually finished with Wallace Haven yet. There is a waterway down there. There it is. Quite a nice little bridge across it from the car park into the pub. It's quite an attractive little area now. I know it means pointing towards the sun, but can you see there, that ridge there? That's the shingle bank, and that is protecting this part of the marsh from flooding, or sea inundation, as perhaps somebody might want to call it. Excuse me. Here we are. And there is one of them there sluice gates that I was telling you about. And that is what is left of Wallace Haven, having been split into several bits and pieces on the way down from the Marsh Road. And now, as I say, used to drain and irrigate and do what it needs to do to protect the marshes. And there it flows until it eventually goes out in a culvert underneath. Well, I say flows, there doesn't seem to be a flow on it at all this morning, so the gates must be closed. I know I keep harping on about the vastness of Pevensy Bay as it was when the Romans and the Normans arrived, but look, I'm just going to pan round because I think this is probably one of the best views I have been able to give you of just how big the area of Pevensy Bay was, and how big the area of Pevensy Marsh is. And our views obstructed now by the campsite, so the holiday homes, what have you. But we go round the corner, and there it is, all the way over there, and back round into the sun, which is just rising. I suppose it's about 7:30 in the morning. It's time for me to go home for my breakfast. High fibre cereal, coffee, freshly ground beans, since I got my own bean grinder, and lovely hot buttered cinnamon and raisin toast.
Nice. Nice. I like a bit of hot buttered cinnamon raisin toast. I like raising toast, especially in the toaster. I raise them every
You have to
morning.
raise it to get it to your mouth.
Yeah, that's it. Yes. Oh dear. Thank you very
Lovely,
much,
thanks
Bernie.
for that.
That was very interesting with all the different things. Definitely a willow at the beginning, that tree.
Yeah,
And yet,
with all that bark like that.
Because what was going through my mind immediately was it's on marshes, so it's marshland, and the tree looked like it must be, I don't know, 100 years, 120 years old, something like that. And so it would have had water closer near to it, because it didn't look like there was any water immediately next to it. But at one time, possibly one of those channels or the land was boggy enough for it. There's probably loads of willows on that bit of area, because they love a bit of water, don't they, the old willow?
They do. They are water-loving trees.
So, yeah, it's a brilliant and fascinating about the drainage ditches and all of that around the Pevensy levels. One's got to go and visit those for sure. For sure. It's in Ireland somewhere, isn't it? They're the Pevensy levels. They're all in Ireland, you know. They're all in Ireland. Oh, you can't do my accent now. That's priority inconvenient or whatever it is. Right, dear. I'm not going to do yours as well. So there we are. We're just going to get offended. See, why is that offensive? Why is it offensive? That's what I'm going to do.
I just don't want you to get banned.
I don't want to get banned. But next time I was thinking about this in bed the other night. I was thinking about, I haven't had one of those spam calls. And when I get one of those spam, they're all from India, aren't they? They've all got these Indian accents. I just thought I would just do the same Indian accent on them. And then I'll start asking them, saying, right, yet, whilst you're on the phone, can I ask you? And start doing it back at them and see if they would twig. The other ruse I wanted to do, or I will do, is when one of them makes out they're from HRMC, or whatever it is, you know, the tax people, and say, if you don't press this button, we're going to arrest you, and you press the button. And I'm going to say, oh, where's my iPad 7 that I've ordered? And they'll say, no, this is HMSR. You know, we're going to arrest you unless you pay this bill, blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, I know that. But you rang me the other day about an i7. Or was it you rang me about my washing machine insurance? Or you rang me because I can't remember which one you rang me about. So, you know, to see whether they go, oh, we'll just switch our scam to that one as is willing to give us your credit. I've got the card all ready for you. I've got the card. All you've got to do is just, the iPad 7, it never arrived. Can I give you the card number? Well, this is HMRC. Yeah, never mind that. I know it's you because it's the same voice. That would. I would just like to just sort of.
That would be interesting.
See if they would just switch into. Oh, he's on scam 4. Hang on, we'll go to scam 4. Yes, this is HMRC, but we can put you on to the Amazon department of HMRC and sort out your iPhone problem, or whatever it was. Anyway, so that was that. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Bernie. We look forward to seeing what mysterious videos he's going to send in next, because he's come
next.
Yes, come to the end of that. G Ramp says that would be funny. Tracy Murphy says great chat, music and videos tonight, Richard and Julia. We haven't quite come to the end, so you can't go anywhere, Tracy. Sorry about that. You've been nailed to your chair.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's painful. Depends where the nail's gone through, of course. You could pretend to be HMRC and offer to meet downstairs in the cafe, says Bonnie. Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. Right, okay, so we've done all of that apart from the next video, the last video, which is a short one, which is Mark Donny McLeod out and about in Lancashire. So we have to go back into... We have to have that every time because that's the only way it can actually access the special thing. And Mark Burgess says Lewis Tech, he speaks Hindu, so he can use their own insults to back the scam. Right, oh, that's very good. Tell them you are Spy B and they're being monitored, says Michael White. Spy B. Anyway, right, let's have a look at this video.
Yeah.
Hey, old Vobes. Welcome to Lancashire. Have a look at this round here and have a listen. Now the water you can hear, there's a little river down the hill, down that way. And up that way is more fields. Over that way is the canal, Barnoldswick, and this is Barrowford. And this entire ford. Very nice. You can see the lovely countryside around me. Just a little lane, nice and quiet. Yeah, well, more in a bit. Have a look at this, folks. There's a pub over there. Oh, I don't think it's a pub anymore. It's just somebody's house. And down there in a bit, lots of sheep. It's nice to have this on your doorstep. Anyway, let's do a bit more. Yeah, going out to shout out to two lovely people on a boat. From another part of the canal. Trying to keep this steady now. These beauties. Yep, here's one for Fran and Rich. There you go. There's numbers on each. So, yeah. Check this out, Vobes. Look at that. Just coming from up there, we'll be off the fields. Right next to the canal. On my way back to Barnoldswick, but not today. I'm going another way today. I'm going backwards. Look at that.
There we go. How about that? Thanks to Mark Donny McLeod. I've never seen. You can end now. That's it, thank you. I've never seen so many dandelions. Millions of them. Do you see them? Everywhere. The towpath was just littered with them.
I've only seen one place that was more covered in dandelions. That was Gilbert White's house.
Oh, yeah, that would have a lot of dandelions. Yeah, because that tortoise couldn't eat them all, could he? And seeing as he's now dead, the tortoise hasn't got a chance.
Do you remember I did try and take a handful of them back for my tortoise?
Yeah, and that taught you, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. For my tortoise.
Raymond says we should all stay in the UK this year, keep safe and support our own holiday businesses. Why risk importing further variants for the sake of a week on a foreign beach, etc.? Well, the thing is, most people have had the injection. I don't think we need worry about it, really. But apart from me, I haven't had it.
They can still bring back new strains.
Yeah, they can. I'd like a nice new strain. I mean, I've got a colander, and I could do with a new strainer. That's what I need in my kitchen. And a new joke book, if anyone's got one of those. Tish, thank you very much. The penny drops. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Mark, for those two videos. He's got a lovely face, hasn't he, Mark Donny McLeod? He's got this very charming sort of little sort of munchkin face. If that's not an insult. If that's an insult, then you haven't got that.
I wouldn't have thought it was an insult.
Well, he's got this sort of little gnome. I don't know whether is it like a gnome? He's just got this very charming sort of character face.
I'll go with that.
Yeah, I mean, if I was a casting director on a film and you thought, I just want, the village eccentric or something, I just think, there we are. There he is. He's there. He's lovely, lovely. Definitely, very nice chap. I like Mark Donham. I like them all.
Oh, we like Mark Donny McLeod.
We like
don't
him. We like him. I just like to know what his sauce was made of. He kept that a blooming secret, didn't he? Didn't tell us what was in the sauce. It was like 1 minute. This is how you make pasta. Heat it up. Put the lid on. Take it off the heat. Next video. Yeah. What about the sauce? Because I had pasta this evening, but I only had tuna and cheese and peas and peas and ham, peas and sweet corn. That's all I had in a little pile. And then I tell you what I saw in the supermarket.
What did you see then? What did you see then?
Yesterday I saw sticks of rhubarb.
Rhubarb. Did you have you some?
I did. I got some rhubarb and I chopped it up and I shoved it in with a teaspoon of sugar. That's all. I had to put some sugar in it, but a teaspoon of sugar.
Yeah, quite tart, aren't they?
I like them. Nice bit of tart. And then I had some custard. I had some of that Devonshire custard, which I can't tell you where it's like, but it's very nice. It's another thing. And I had that yesterday, and I got some frozen fruit. I've got some fruits of the forest. So I had that, shoved that in at the last minute. So I had rhubarb and fruits of the forest with custard. Delicious. And then I don't normally do puddings, you see. I was treating myself. And today, because I was a miserable old git today, I thought I would treat myself a second time, and I also had to eat up the rest of this custard. So I had that. Sean says you should be seeing rhubarb. I got nothing. There's nothing in there. It died. It died a horrible, agonising death.
Poor thing.
And when I put bleach down there, it really didn't help.
No, I bet it didn't.
I will dig it out, says Mark. Yeah, dig it out. Oh, dig out the recipe, yeah. One was a set of slides. One was a set of slides. One was. You've got a slide in your back garden for the kids.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
And a set of swings.
And a set of swings. There we are. And what do you get when you've got a complete set? Don't know. Right.
Collection?
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We have run well out of time.
16 minutes over time.
Yes, I'm sorry. We're going to break now for the news. And the news just in is, I'm sure there's some news. Yes, we should, says Wise Owl. I don't know what that's about. Mark says, now I've got a tune from the show in my head now. Rhubarb and custard, of course. Rhubarb picked up the station garden in the saucepan same evening, no sugar, sweet without, because it's so fresh. Oh, there we are. See, this probably came from Beirut, this stuff that I got. Who knows where the supermarket got, but I saw it. It was £1 for 4 slices, 4 stalks. You know.
Did you enjoy it, though?
I did, actually. I did enjoy it.
Cool.
It probably got no health benefits whatsoever. But there we are, earworm. Da-da-da-da. Right, great show, very funny, very entertaining. That's all we needed to know. Thank you very much. As soon as people have been enjoyed and entertained and stuff, we can go. Our job is done. Thank you, lovely Julia, for being on the show.
Thank you, lovely Julia, for not doing anything. But thank you very much, Richard, for putting on the show.
That's my pleasure. And thanks to the lovely Judith, who I'm sure is out there. I can't remember now if I saw your name, but she works beaverishly, making sure nobody is upsetting anybody. We must go down to visit her fairly soon, mustn't we, Julia?
Yes, must.
We must.
Well, we've got an SMT meet.
Oh, yes, we've got an SMT,
planned,
that's right.
But we may have to reschedule, but we'll discuss that another time.
Yes, we'll discuss that when nobody else can hear, because they don't know what SMT stands for. We do.
Some of them might.
Senior Management Team.
Yes. I really must go, though.
Yeah. Take care, Julia. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks so much. So big thanks to Raymond, to Mark Donny McLeod, to Bernie, to Pete Telling, otherwise known as Colonel Craig Ratty, of course, to Geoffrey Harrison, the Lord, for his tree, to Mark Burgess for his duckies, and Bonnie for the flower quiz, to lovely Judith and Julia, who were working away, and to you guys for tuning in, and to everybody who's sent hundreds of thousands of pounds to keep this show going. We appreciate your donations. Keep sending them in. Because once we got 1 million, we can't stop until we got £1 million. So there we go. Thanks very much. Julia's got to go. I've got to go. So that's it from us. Take care.
It's goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from her. From her. I knew you that. No, wait.
Other way.
That way.
There.
Oh, yeah, because it's different on the other Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, never mind.
Anyway, that's it. Ta-ta. Goodbye. Arrivederci.
Bye now, lovelies.
Bye.
Bye.